When I say Lady Gaga's best makeup look, why is this the one you think of? Who cares? Anyway, we're going to recreate it. Okay, I'm about to go to my favourite place, The Range, and just get some card for the gold eyelashes. And then that's all I need for this costume, honestly. I've got eyeliner, I've got white eyeliner, I've got gems. I'm also going to look for the long teardrop shaped gems, but if they don't have them, it's fine. I'll try and make them out of hot glue or something. Okay, so back home, before I show you what I bought for the costume, I know it's early, but I bought some cute Christmas ornaments because look how cute. I got this one, king or queen or monarch flamingo. Very Born This Way era unicorn. I just love candy canes. Make me feel very Christmassy. So this is like a candy lollipop. Very cute. Okay, here's what I bought for the actual costume. So luckily I have a lot of stuff already, but I did buy some new scissors because God knows trying to cut with scissors that don't work very well is annoying. Plain gold card. This was harder to find than I thought it would be. There seems to be more options for silver card. And then I also bought these glue sticks, but unfortunately I think they're going to be too small for my glue gun. So that's annoying, but is what it is. I did find my glue gun, by the way. And then for my glue gun, I also found glue sticks that I already have at home. And I found these that I bought ages ago and never used as well. So that's what I'm going to be using today. The glue gun is going to be for those long kind of teardrop shapes that Gaga has. And I also, while I was cleaning up, well, I specifically went looking for it, I found this old blonde wig with a fringe. So perfect. I also have a massive pink umbrella, which I'll show you at the end. And then in terms of jewellery, she's not wearing loads of jewellery. I did see there's two different necklaces she's wearing, one of which is like a pearl necklace with like a gold butterfly on, and it's a choker. So I'm going to do this and just have this kind of at the back. She's not going to see, because I'm only doing this costume for like pictures and video. But I'm going to have this like this, and then I found this butterfly charm in my jewellery box. I'm going to try and attach this somehow, and it's going to be somewhat similar to Gaga's. So that's everything you need. Everything else you need is black underwear, fishnets and black shoes. Easiest costume ever. So first I'm just cutting triangles out of my gold card, and I'm going to do some longer and some shorter and some thicker and some thinner, so that when I assemble these eyepieces they kind of all flutter out at different lengths and they're not just like twiggy. I don't mind admitting that this is one of my favourite makeup looks of all time. Sarah knew what she was doing with this look. Make sure you've cut like at least a pair of triangles that are long enough for this longest bottom lash here. I think Gaga's wearing approximately 40 of these little spikes total, so about 20 on each eye. So I've cut out 40 because I think she's wearing like 8 on the top and 12 on the bottom. But if I mess something up I can just cut more, so that's okay. So next I'm going to make the teardrop shapes that go here. I'm going to need 6, and I'm going to use my glue gun. I'm just waiting for my heat gun to glue. Oh my god, I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up. I've got this plastic that the gold card was in, and I'm actually going to just do the shapes on this so that I can, when it dries, I can peel it off the plastic. Also, because it's going on my face and my face isn't completely flat, I'm gonna, after I do the shape, just bend the card like this, so hopefully the shapes dry slightly curved and they'll adhere to my face a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do, literally. Okay, I think this is heating up a little bit. I'm literally just going to do like a teardrop shape. Ooh, no, it's still heating up. For example, if that's my shape, then I will let it dry like that. Okay, so I've just tried to do 2. This one I did the thin part first, and then tried to go down and make a thicker kind of round teardrop shape and back up. Whereas this one I did the biggest part of the teardrop first and then dragged the glue gun away, and I think this one obviously looks much better. So while I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm just curving this like I said. Is it dry yet? No, it's tacky, I've just ruined it. This one is nearly dry, I can tell, because it's kind of gone less clear and it's gone more milky. so I'll check back in a minute. To be honest, I think hot glue is like not sturdy anyway, so we don't really need to sit and curve it while I wait for it to dry. So let's just wait. They've come out okay. I had to actually cut them out of the plastic rather than peel them, and then after I've done that, just using my fingers to like make the glue a bit warmer, and then like bending them like this so they have got that slight bend that I was talking about, or that they will at least be bendy when I stick them on my face. So that's where I'm at with these. I'm gonna start sketching out the graphic liner now. These are my reference photos. I'm gonna start with the white liner that goes here first. So I'm just using my Snazzaroo. Oh no, it's okay. It fell out all in one disc and it's got plastic on the back. But I'm gonna use my Snazzaroo professional face paint. Spray it with some setting spray to activate the paint. Stir it up. Once I'm happy with the consistency, because I don't want it to be too runny, I'm gonna go quite thick here and just take it up to a flick like that. Once your white is fairly symmetrical, go under it with black. I'm using KVD's tattoo liner, and here is where if you think you made this too thick, you could just cover it with black. Again, try and get it symmetrical. You can see this bit looks a bit thicker than here, so I'm going to put more black here. Then at a very high point, do a regular liner. Just follow the white you've already done for the shape, and that will really help you. Once you've got your shape, then draw in to make this graphic eye. I find the KVD liner so dry, so I've just put some of this essence over the top, and I feel like you can just tell it's like so much darker and more opaque now. But anyway, if it isn't perfect, don't worry too much, because like I say, Gaga's really isn't perfect, and it's going to be covered by so much stuff. So don't stress too much, but yeah, do try. If you're not confident with liner, I always recommend, even if you are confident with liner, sketching your shape out with pencil first, so you can see whether you want that shape before you do it properly with liquid. This is looking good so far. It's quite born this way, isn't it, without any gold yet. Yeah, this is dry. Why is it so hard to find like a good eyeliner? I've tried Fenty Fly Liner, tried House Labs. They all have strengths and weaknesses. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to add a neutral shimmer to my eyelid and some gold glitter under my eye. I've managed to work out what Gaga's actually got is a strip lash with gold glitter lashes stuck here under everything. So if you do have a pair of eyelashes that you don't mind donating to this costume, try and maybe spray them or stick gold glitter to them somehow, and it will be more accurate. But I'm just going to do this. I'm doing, I don't know if you can tell, but I am doing spike shapes as if they're lashes. I also set my eyeliner with black eyeshadow. I don't actually know what product this is I'm using right now. I think I got it out of an advent calendar or something years ago, so it's probably expired. Mixing it in with this gold glitter liner from Shrine. I'm just going to add some gold glitter I've got by Ben Nye just to sit on the top. Honestly, that's super pretty. I don't know if the light makes it hard to see what I've done, but I kind of love that. I think it honestly is a similar effect to if I did have a strip lash here. After this, I'm now going to do like my base makeup. You could have done this first. I just think it's easier to clean up mistakes if you do this part of your makeup before you do your foundation and all of that. But if that's the order you prefer to do it in, I'm not going to hold you to it. For foundation, I have mixed e.l.f. Glow Filter with Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage. The Smashbox foundation I honestly don't love, but because I'm going nowhere it doesn't really matter. I just find it doesn't wear long over the day. It has very full coverage, but doesn't last. So even if I mix it with another foundation, I just find it really short term. It's a short term foundation. It's not a long, you know, wear it to work in the office all day or wear it on a night out. It's really not one of those foundations. But like I say, I'm just doing this for pictures and videos, so it doesn't really matter. Looking at Gaga's makeup, she does have quite a lot of blush on, so I'm gonna add a decent amount of blush. I'm gonna contour my nose with the blush a little bit as well. For lipstick, I have this really old Too Faced lipstick, which is the perfect pink. Let's assemble the rest of the look. So you're going to want to take your 6 teardrop shapes that you made and adhere them to your face like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've put some glue on my face, some glue on the teardrops. So let's try and assemble them. These are way longer than Gaga's. I'm gonna cut this. They need to be a lot smaller than you think. So if it's this long, cut it, like cut a lot off. I'm starting from the beginning because they're just too big. Okay, that's much better for sizing. They're still quite big, but I'm happier with this. Honestly, was not prepared for how difficult that was gonna be. I had to cut them massively, massively smaller, but here we are. Because these are supposed to be gemstones and they're just hot glue, I'm gonna add some glitter liner in silver to the top of them, just so they're at least a little bit sparkly. Looking nice and glittery. Next, take a pair of lashes you don't mind sacrificing for the cause, and you're gonna take for each lash 8 of the gold spikes that we cut out, and we're gonna curl them. Just bend them like this with your fingers, just gently, don't want to damage them, so they're nice and curved like that. And then we're going to take 8 and glue them around the lash. So you're going to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to use hot glue for this, then do it. This also is trickier than I thought it would be. What I'm currently doing is holding the lash. So I've done a very thin strip of glue all down the lash. Then I'm holding it in one hand, taking my spike, putting it where I want it on the lash, holding everything with one hand like that. Then going back to my gun and just warming up that lash band glue I've already laid down, and then just hold and wait for those 3 spikes to dry. So this is where I'm currently at. I've done 4 spikes, so you can see how it's going. For the bottom lashes, I'm going to take a group of 3 and just glue like this, glue them together and wait for it to dry. I'm grouping together the little trios I've just made to make bigger ones. So this is now 6, then I'll make another smaller 6 and bring them together, and that'll be my 12 spiked bottom lash. Okay, so you should have 2 pieces like this that are gonna go on the bottom, and you should have 2 lashes like this that are gonna go on the top. So once you've got those, on your bottom part, we're gonna actually, I've done a thick bit of glue here so it's easy for me to put on, but we're actually gonna cover this with gemstones. So I've got these stickers, but it's actually gonna be easier for me to just like reheat this glue and then stick them on. So that's what I'm gonna do. So this is what you should have. I'm gonna start assembling. So first I'm gonna put on a really big pair of fake eyelashes. That's a lie, it's gonna be easier for me to put my wig on first. Or will it? Yeah, it's gonna be easier for me to put my wig on first. So, wig cap, just tucking in all these little hairs here. Here she is. Obviously this isn't the best wig in the world, but it will do for this purpose. So now I can assemble these fun bits. I'm gonna stick on some really big lashes As always when I do lashes, I put a lot on the lash, and then I'm also going to put some on my actual eyelid here where it tends to lift, and here. Wait for that to get tacky. I'm gonna put this necklace on while I'm waiting and try and work out how I'm doing this butterfly thing. I've just hot glued the butterfly to the pearls. It seems to be holding, so I can just take it off later. Okay, so now I'm going to put glue on everything else. So my homemade lashes on the top, I'm going to get a lot of glue. Bottom. It's coming together. To put the top lash on, I'm going to close my eye and set it down like that. Ugh. Let me adjust. I'm really having trouble with that top lash. Don't know whether to take the spikes out and just don't know what to do. Okay, it's really irritating, but it's on. Oh my god, how? Okay, we're getting there. I look like a Muppet. Okay, this is such a mess, I'm trying again, but I've found a thick tube of Duo Lash Glue instead of just like the little glue that I was using. So we can actually put like a really thick, what they could call it, generous amount of glue. While I'm waiting for them to dry, I'm actually going to cut them a little bit shorter and hope that will help with like some of the weight that's on them. I know it looks crazy, but I think this is more correct. I just need to let the lashes dry more upwards like this instead of having them how they were before. When you put a lash on, you know sometimes when you flick your lashes up and it's like two like that, that's pretty much how you have to stick these on. So I'm just gonna let this dry and then fix a couple of places I messed up the rest of the eye. This is the final look. Hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see me do more Gaga looks, let me know in the comments. Best wishes and kisses.